Welcome to the beautiful, beautiful May 29th Ebens end of month giveaway. It's a little early in the morning, just getting the pipes cleaned out. Well, today's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, so stay tuned, put your seatbelt on, and get ready to rock and roll. We're going to be going over some awesome products, but first, before we do that, we got to show who's in the giveaway. That's right, how did these people get in? They left a comment within the first 30 minutes of any of my new videos, and I randomly go down and select people. You just never know who could get in. So all these guys are in. Now they're in to win something special. They're in to win $700 in gift cards. So I'm giving away $700 today to these people. So definitely stay tuned. You're gonna wanna watch to the end to see who wins. So we got Brandon, all these guys here, and we got a couple on this side. Here we go. So we're gonna start off talking about some products. We're gonna talk about one that's monumental. This one's called the Amsoil PI Performance Improver. Truly unreal. Cleans the injectors, gets you a cleaner burn, much better power, better fuel mileage. You put it in every 4,000 miles, and this one saves you more money in gas than what it costs. So now we're gonna go ahead and kind of demonstrate exactly what that looks like. So I'm going to grab the camera, give you a close-up. So when your injectors are running dirty, the stream shoots straight. So the stream's supposed to shoot like this and atomize, but if you have a dirty injector, it'll shoot like this, dead straight. Well, a straight stream, you lose a lot of power, because what's happening is that fuel is going right by the spark plug, and when it goes by the spark plug, you actually don't burn the fuel. So now you basically just lost tons of performance, tons of power, and you wasted all that fuel. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep that injector clean, keep it atomizing, so each little particle of fuel gets burned. That's what you want. And this is what we call the power cleaning trio. Now on to the power foam. I've been talking to a bunch of people about this one. Restores startability, cleans the pistons off the top of the piston heads, maximizes horsepower. Basically, it's going to revitalize your old compression ratio. So as the carbon builds up, it fills up the combustion chamber. You get engine knock, you lose your power, you get pre-ignition. Ooh, ugly, ugly, ugly sounds when you have this. I actually power foamed the kitty cat 3 times. So 2 times I sprayed it into the carburetor, into the intake. Second time I actually went in and sprayed it into the cylinders with the little straw. I took the straw out, sprayed it right into the cylinders, boom, just like this. Put that sucker on and pow, right down into those cylinders. So you're gonna wanna do that if you got a vehicle that's choking out. Take care of it, power foam that sucker. And now, we're on to the engine flush. It's so good, I got a whole case of this stuff. That's how good the engine flush is. The engine flush basically goes into your motor oil, and you idle the car for 15 minutes. You don't rev it up. You don't do anything with the car. Just let it idle. Let it do its thing. Basically cleans sticky valves, rings, all the lifter noise, all this carbon that builds up. Where the oil circulates, there's areas where it eddies and it actually doesn't flow very fast. Well, thick oil will actually build up there and it starts to cake on there, kind of like burning butter on a frying pan. Well, you don't want that. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna use the flush. That's gonna get all that crap out of there. I recommend using this on every oil change on a turbo diesel. The turbos get really thick and sooty. They get a lot of soot thickening, a lot of burnt on the carbon. It's called oil coking, where it burns on the carbon. Boom, use the flush on the turbos every time. On a gas motor, a regular gas motor, I would just do it the first time you switch over to Amsoil. That's best. And now we're gonna go over to the Power Duo. You say, well, what's that? We got the Octane booster, shabooboo, and we got the upper cylinder lubricant. So what these suckers are gonna do, if you don't care about racing or high performance, you don't need the Octane booster. But if you're driving every day and you want your upper cylinder rings to seal better, You want a longer lasting life of your motor, compression. You're going to also have much smoother operation. You're going to have a little bit more power. You're not going to notice a ton of power, but you're going to notice power. It's going to keep the ethanol from separating. This one is a real problem, actually. This cheap ethanol they're putting in the fuel now really separates, and it kind of gets this white calcium on the clunk inside your fuel tank, and you can get this buildup, this suspension. You can get water separation, and then that water has all those particles. Well, this keeps that from separating, keeps it burning clean, keeps it burning consistent. This treats 25 gallons. Put this sucker in every full tank of gas. This costs less than a cup of coffee, and it saves you more money than what it costs. So it ends up paying you back. And that's why I say Amsoil is less than free. It actually becomes less than free because you go multiple oil changes on one oil change. So like this Cadillac, you can go 10,000 miles, or what is it? It used to be 10,000 miles, 5,000 miles, or 2 years on one oil change on the Kitty Cat. So you don't need to be changing this oil all the time, and really saves you a lot of time and money, especially when you have a fleet. And now on to the Octane booster. I thought nothing of this, but I had a guy up in Sacramento. He called me up. He goes, Eben, I can't get this 100 octane gas, but I tell you what, I can actually tell a huge difference in pre-ignition when I run this stuff. And so I thought nothing of it. So I ended up running it in this Lexus. This is a friend's car, and I call it the Sexy Lexi. And basically, I ended up running that in the Lexus. Now that Lexus only makes 300 horsepower, but this changed the timing that the computer would allow. So when it changes that timing, that's a big difference in power. So I would guess this in the upper cylinder lubricant on that Lexus, you're talking about 15 wheel horsepower, and that's in the upper RPM. So if you're down low, you're not going to feel much. But when you're over 4,000 RPM, this stuff's the real deal. Treats 15 gallons. And now we are on to, we went through all that good stuff. God, I got lost in time with that stuff. I love talking about the products. It's my favorite thing. But we're going to get to something new, something exciting. We have a new magic channel I started. It's called Las Vegas Magic Friends, where we bring community together. We have loads of fun, lots of risque comedy. So if you're afraid of dirty comedy, don't watch it. Don't. It could offend, it could scare. So I was actually at the Wynn Las Vegas the other day, and I showed this to a, this is called the Waterfall. I showed this to a sophisticated Asian gentleman, and you know what he said when I showed it to him? He said, "What the fa?" So that's what we call the what the fa joke. And so I do lots of dirty stuff, lots of dirty comedy. And I'm also working on a motivational speaker act where I talk about how to be successful, how to be right, how to be bold. You say, hey, in life, you don't want to go around being like a dead fish like this, out of water. See how helpless this is? You want to stay rock hard just like this. You want to get out there and penetrate your future. That's how you succeed in life. Miss, were you good at it the very first time you started? When you did it in the beginning? Were you? Probably not. Hey, I sucked when I first started. I was horrible. Look, see these juggling balls? You think I could juggle 5 balls? No way. I couldn't even juggle 3 when I started. Miss, I have to ask you a question. So she raises her hand. I go, Miss, are you willing to suck? I mean, be really bad at it to get good. She shakes her head, yes. I mean, hey, look, could I juggle 5 balls like this? When I first started, no way. It would be impossible. So I say, Miss, are you willing to suck at it? Miss, are you willing to succeed? So that's the type of comedy we're going to be doing on my other channel. So if that offends you, don't go over to my other channel. And we got that. Now we did so much good fun stuff. It's time to do the giveaway. We're gonna give you $700 right this second. Thanks everyone for being a part of it. Here we go. Everyone's card has an assignment of the exact type of card. So you can see them all. And here are the names. And each one has a card. So here we go. We're gonna give them a shuffle. And here we go. Let's do it. Give them a little overhand shuffle, over, under. And here we go. We're gonna pull 7 random cards. Here we go. The first 3. Boom. These are all winners. $100. That's the first 3. Here we go. We're gonna pull 2 from the bottom. So that's 5. And we got 2 more for $700. 2 more right out of the middle. Boom. Totally random. Here we go. These are our 7 winners right here. $700 in gift cards. We got number 1, 3 of spades. 3 of spades. Right here. Fabrico Tarcoli. $100 gift card. We got 8 of hearts. Kevin King. Kevin got a $100 gift card. 8 of hearts. We got the King of hearts. We got Carlos Tapia. 9 of hearts. We got Bryce Ward. Thank you guys all for leaving comments in the channel, and I really appreciate all the reviews everyone's done for me. I know a lot of you taken some time to do that lately on my Google Maps. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Got the 9 of hearts. The King of hearts. That's love. The King of hearts. Or the Ace of hearts. Jeez. I'm dyslexic. Last time I said someone's name twice. Completely butchered it. I did it again. I called the Ace of hearts the King of hearts. Jeez. Jeez. The King of hearts. King of hearts. Ace of hearts. Ah, Tony Brunetti. Thanks, Tony. The 2 of spades. 2 of spades right here. Stephen Dickerson. And the last one, Ace of diamonds. Ace of diamonds. Larry Turner. Larry. My good man Larry, he's always calling me, asking me questions. Thanks, Larry, for being a huge part of the channel and making those monster orders. Really appreciate it. All right, that is the giveaway. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give you a little something before we go. We'll bring the camera up a little bit and go ahead and do a little card trick quick. So if you want to see more card effects, definitely go over to my other channel. I'll stick that right here in the side screen. But this is what we're going to be doing. Lots of entertainment for people on the strip all over here in Las Vegas. You're going to see a lot of people's reactions, a lot of comedy. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I definitely encourage you to go over, check out my new channel. It's right here, Las Vegas Magic Friends. That's my little icon. If you're new to this channel, this is synthetic oil protection. And hey, go check out some of the past giveaways. You'll see how much the giving really helps. It really does all come back to you, and it really will pay you back in the long run. And I always encourage people to, hey, get out there, go do something for someone, make them happy. I say make people fat and happy. As long as the fat goes to your head, you'll be okay. All right, we'll see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.